Hello, everybody. Need to put more glue in here, and I'll wait for a few people to come in. I had a few people comment that they really enjoyed what they were seeing, which is awesome. Let's see if I can do this without making a mess. Nope. Ah, shucks. Well, it just burped everywhere. Doggone it. Well, there should be enough to do what we're doing today. Anyway. I wonder if I could just squeeze it in there. That would have probably been a whole lot smarter. Nope. Well, I'm just making all kinds of messes here. Guess I should have had this done beforehand. Well, so let me wipe it off here. Made a thorough mess. So on my table isn't what we're working on, but if you ever get a chance to go over and watch Tanya McGuire, she does a monthly journal of some sort. Last month it was a triangle book. Not sure what next month is. This month it's out of saved recycled cardboard. And then in December, and I don't know what November's is, December, I'll be her guest and we'll be doing a coffee filter book. So it's pretty simple. You just take pieces of cardboard that you saved and you make these little fabric hinges to hold your little journal together, and you use different sizes, and then you can decorate it. So that's another way of doing a journal other than an altered book, which is really, really awesome. So I'm going to set this to the side because that's not what we're working on. I was moving boxes to my cottage because we're getting ready to move as soon as we get the house sold, and didn't have time to clean my desk. So this is what we was working on, is transforming my little sad sack sample book into something that I won't lose, because I lose this one all the time. It's very irritating when you lose it. Now I did go through and I colored with watercolor all these papers, because realizing yesterday as I was rewatching my own live that it was hard to see if it was just that's just kind of hard to see. So I went through and did some watercoloring so you could see the pockets that we did, and the flip ups, flip downs, different things. Makes it a whole lot easier for you to be able to see what I'm doing, because that was very hard. And I don't mind the color. I like color. None of it's matchy, but I still like it. And this was the waterfall. And that just made it easier for you guys to actually see what I'm doing. So I think we're ready for the next page. Yep. And then I went through with some homemade sprays and colored some pages to use for the future of this series. That way it just makes it easier, because it was very irritating. Even I couldn't see what in the world was going on. So let me flip through my book. Where are we at? Okay. Make sure we don't have room back here to add some of this. I'm afraid we're going to run out of room. Okay, so we're going to take a sheet of paper. Let me get my cutting board. And for this one, we are kind of a flip up, flip down type of thing. I guess I want them to match, so I'm going to go ahead and measure this one. I'm going to say 3 inches. There's those. And how big is this one? Is this a whole 4? Pretty close. We'll use it. And there's no size requirements here. You can make it as big or as little as you want. Is 4 going to be too big? These are all going to be too big, aren't they? Well, those may not be. These are. So we need to shorten them for the length of our book. So I'm just going to randomly take a little bit off. No measuring, just, yeah, about that much. Looks good. And we're going to create a little crease. Again, there's no measuring. I really, really hate measuring. I'll just hold it up there and make sure that they 2 pieces are the same, but I ain't measuring. Okay, so we've did 2 folds on those, and we're going to do 2 folds on this. Look at that rabbit with a rooster tail. Funny. And we're going to do the same kind of a crease on this. I like journals that has a lot of interest to it for tuck spots and folds and hidden places. So this is another hidden place because I like those. Alrighty. So we're going to put our sides on first so we know about how far we need to go. So grab our glue. And this is going to be a makeshift hinge. We're just going to put glue on this little piece here, this little flip up. And we're going to put it right there. And we're going to do the same to this one. We do want to make sure that these line up together. Okay. And we're going to put glue on these little flaps or hinges, whatever you want to call them. And I want to line them up. Actually, I think I want them inside. There we go. So I just covered up the corners here. Robin! You finally made it. Yay. And I'm going to put that there. So all of our little hinges are done. And so we're going to close, I like these, calling these little doors. We're going to close our doors. And we're going to close our little flaps. There we go. So now when we open it up, you'll have some hidden place to put a picture or whatever you want, or journaling. And then, of course, you can write on all of these. And these don't have to be done with book pages. You can do them with whatever you'd like. Okay, so there's that one. Let's see what else we got in our little book here. Okay, so let's flip the page for this one because I don't think we have room anywhere to put this. We could put it there. Let's put it there. Just know that this is separate from this. This is that belly band that flips open, which is pretty awesome. I like it. So this paper, we're going to make another hinge. This is what they call a tip out. So we've creased a little, oh, I don't know how big that is, however big that is, a little piece of the edge over, and we're making a hinge for a flip out. We're going to put our glue on it. Bring it over here to this edge. And glue it down. So now, when we did have 2 pages, but now when we flip this out, this made this side a whole lot bigger. And this is called a tip out. Let's see what else we got in here. You can also take a page. These are pretty thick pages, but we'll try it. We'll have to go over to the next one. You can take a page like this. Is that what I'm doing? Yep. Nope. Where am I at? Take it clear to the middle. There we go. So we folded that page in half. Now we did 2 folds. We folded it in half and then took our half and folded it back. What we're going to do, I keep looking at my paper, make sure I'm right. Yep. Is we're just going to put glue right there and there. And like I said, some of these seem really simple. Some of them will be a little harder. This one is just a simple one. What this created was a tuck spot there, you know, all the way down. But then you've got like a hidden spot here that you can write in. That was a simple one. Let's see. Here's another version of the bottom pocket. All colors of these papers today to play with. It looks so happy. And I'm going to take probably about this much. Let's see, is that the way I want it? Nope, I want it this way. How is it I want this? Yep, I want it like that. I'm trying to make sure that my writing it's going to be right. Okay, so I folded this in half like this, and I'm going to put glue on both sides and then across the bottom. Actually, let me cut some of that off because my page is a lot smaller now that we glued everything together. So let me put the glue back on there. Otherwise, it's not going to flip up like it should. Okay. Much better. Let me grab something to tuck in there. So now we've got a pocket here, but we also have a hid journal spot. So that gave us 2 elements in our journal today for that one. Let me find a spot to put this one. Is also very, very simple. Let's put that down just a little bit. This is another tuck spot. And for these, you probably want to use something a little thicker, but if you're using thin paper like this, not a problem. You're just going to double it up. It's actually too big, so let me cut it off. And I'm going to glue that to where it's nice and stiff. I'd almost say you want to use a cardstock for one of these tuck spots, but if you're using thin paper, not a problem, just glue it to make it stiffer. Okay, so for this one, all we're going to do is put a pretty wide ribbon of glue here on this one edge because it's going to get a lot of use. You're going to bring it here to the edge of your paper and glue it down. What that does is it gives us a tuck spot right there. So that was a pretty easy one. None of these are really hard. Honest, they're not. They just look like they're hard. I suppose we could add one here. Another pocket that looks pretty cool, or I think it does, is we're going to take our paper and we're going to put it in here at a slant. See the slant? Instead of doing straight across, we did a slant, and we're going to glue it right here. Now you just want to glue this one skinny side and this side and across the bottom. Bring it up to the edge of the paper and glue it in. And that gives us another tuck spot. All right, what else do we have in our little book of tricks? We have let's pick out a different sheet. Let's pick out one of these pretty pink ones. Okay, so for this one, we're just going to fold it up like this. No. Am I lying? I think I'm lying. I am lying. We're going to fold it in thirds, almost like what you would do a business letter. Just like this. We're going to take this edge and we're going to bring it down to meet this edge here. Increase it. We're going to take this edge here, bring it down to this edge, increase it. Now we are going to put some glue on this corner so it doesn't run away and it's nice and secured. Let's see, that right there. Gonna put some glue right here, like so. I probably should have glued the bottom before I did this. Anyway, I'm gonna glue this bottom. And close that. Okay, so we've got a nice little pocket here with a flip up that we're going to leave, or you can glue it. It doesn't make any difference. Let's find a good spot for it. Let's put it on our tip out here. Looks like a good spot. Now we're going to glue only the sides and the bottom, because the idea is to make as many pockets in your journal as you can, or tuck spots or hidden spots, I think anyway. I think that makes the journal more interesting. So we just did the glue on the sides and the bottom. We're going to put that on there. I'm going to find some little pieces of paper to stick in there so you can see what we did. So that's too big. You can put a tag there, and you can put a tag here. So now we created two different pockets. And technically, you know, you could have left this open, but I think it weakens your pocket, so I wouldn't do it. But technically you could. Let's see. So many ideas in our book. Loving it. You could take, let's see. Did we do that? Yep, we already did that one. Okay. Getting confused here. I don't know if I have enough to do, enough paper to do this one. No, I don't. All right, so on to the next one. Get pieces of paper out of the way. You could do a side pocket by putting glue right here along this edge, along that edge, and tucking it in there like so, and that gave us a pocket here. All right, so on to my next page. What do we have? Here's a real easy one. Gosh, I almost hate to do that because it's going to take away my pages. But I'll tell you, You could take 2 pages. I guess there is 2 pages here. You could take two pages of your journal, and you can put glue across the top and across the bottom and glue those together. And what that would do would give you a very large pocket to put things in. I don't want to do that till I figure out whether or not I've got enough pages to do that. Let's see, what else do we have in our book? Oh, this is a fun one. I like this one. This looks like an envelope, but it's not. But it looks so cute. We're going to take a sheet of bar paper. We're going to bring them together. That's not quite even. There we go. So this is our flap. And then we're going to fold it down like so. And fold our bottom up. So now let me turn this around so you can see what I did. Take the 2 top corners and you fold them in to make your point. And then you're going to take your bottom piece and fold it up. Then we're going to put it in the book. But when we put this in the book, we're going to create a pocket also with it. So let's put it mine is going to be 2. We should have cut it down a little bit. That's okay. It'll still work. It didn't hurt the envelope at all. But when I put it in my book, I think I want a pocket also right here. You could put it on the side. You could put it wherever you want it. I just want mine at the top because I enjoy those. Seems like things don't fall out of it as much. So I put glue on the 2 sides and across the bottom. Stick it in my book just like that. I'll turn this around so you can see what it does. You've got a cute little envelope, however you want to put it. And honestly, you could glue these 2 sides and you'd have an additional pocket here. And then tuck your envelope in. That would be cute. Let's do that. Or you could leave it unglued and have a great big huge hidden journaling spot. It looks like an envelope, but it really isn't. Here's a little pocket for that. And then you take this flap and you fold it in. Looks like an envelope. I like that one. That one's cute. Let's see. Some of these are going to be repetitious that you've seen already. Or here is a banner spot. Where you take a piece of paper, let's say about like that. And you're going to figure out about where your middle is. And this is also one that I would use double the paper on because it is going to be a tuck spot and it's going to need to be thicker to withstand holding something. So cardstock or double up your paper, choice is yours. I'm trying to use what I have, so I'm just going to glue 2 pieces together. So we've created a little banner here. And I'm just going to glue it right there. And I just want to put a ribbon of glue right here at the top. Put it fairly thick, or fairly wide, I mean. piece because it is a tuck spot. Just like that. And I'm going to set it right there. Let me find something to tuck into it. This became a tuck spot. How cute is that? So when I was saying that you could glue 2 pages together and have a pocket here, you could also glue just the bottom and one side, and you could have a pocket up here. You don't have to have it just on this side. Let's see what else. Do I have an empty spot? I don't want to run out of spots in my book. Can you tell? You could have a tuck spot here also for a smaller tag, just by putting a little piece of paper there. Okay, we're going to do one more and then we're going to be done for the day. And we'll start more tomorrow. All right, we'll do another envelope one. And we already figured out we needed to cut that paper down, so I'm going to do that before I start. Let me grab a bigger sheet for this. That just ain't enough. And we're obviously going to have to cut some off each side. It's wider than our book. How much did we cut off? Well, that didn't work. Let me cut my paper before I start folding it. I just messed up my envelope. Good grief. Let's do about right there. All right. So figure out what is about even. And we're going to bring this down to about there. Let's see. Yeah, that was, I just brought it down too far, that's all. Okay. And do I have a scrap of this left? Yeah, this will work. I need a little piece like this that I am actually going to put a pocket in the inside of the envelope, like so. And glue on 3 sides to create a little pocket. And we're going to stick it on the inside of the envelope. What that will do, I have a little piece. Make yourself Make you south. Make you south. Let's make you south. What you could do is make a mini book with little sheets of paper. We'll just do one real quick. Let's say our mini book can be no bigger than that. Okay, so let's throw some green in there because I like the rainbows. Rainbow color. Papers everywhere. We're going to fold these up. And then I'm just going to take a regular staple. You could stitch that together, sew it together. You could actually glue it together. But it's my sample book. I don't care. Now you've got a little mini book inside the pocket, inside of your envelope. Now on the outside of the envelope, we're going to create a tuck spot for our flap. Have I lost you yet? So we're only going to glue this on 3 sides. The sides and the bottom. Just like so. And then we're going to glue this one on, see, it'll be sitting in the book like this. So we're going to glue it on the bottom, the top, and one side. But you could glue these however you want. If you don't want that tuck spot, you don't have to have it. And I'm going to put it, you know, actually, because it is what it is, I think I'm going to put it right smack in the middle. Now I've got glue down here. All right. And just for ease to see, make it easier to see that, I'm going to slap some little brown on there. All right, so this is what we ended up with. We ended up with a spot there, and you really could stick something down in there with your little flap. Let me turn this around so you can see it. So you got your envelope flap that you're going to pull up. You've got a tuck spot here for that. But this whole thing opens up, and you've got your little pocket here for your little mini book to write numbers in, do some journaling, whatever. But then you also got the rest of this to do some journaling, some notes, or whatever you would wish. Bring this back up. Tuck this back in. Wait, we're not done. We've also got, well, I don't have anything handy. We've also got a tuck spot here to put something in. So we ended up with 2 tuck spots, a big journaling spot, and a place to put a little mini notebook out of one little piece of real estate in your journal. So it makes your journal that much more valuable. much more user-friendly. It just flips up. Journaling. A pocket here. Close this back up. And there's also a little tuck spot in here. And a tuck spot here. So that's all for today. Catch me tomorrow at 1 o'clock and I'll come up with some more because I still have a lot more in my sample book. So give me a thumbs up. Please, please, please give me a thumbs up on my video. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And hit that little bell down there. Where is it? Down here. Nope. There it is. Hit that little bell down there. That way you're notified when I have another video coming up. I've enjoyed spending some time with you, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Don't forget to like.